have been. So we know we're in the end times. But how do we know that we're the final generation? When we get to verse number 32, what we'll find out is he gave a sign when the fig tree blooms. And he tells you exactly what's going to take place. And he says, this generation will not pass. And it tells you when Israel becomes a nation, that's the generation. We're the final generation. May 14th, 1948, Israel became a nation. If you were born after that and you live long enough, you're part of the generation that will see the rapture. Yeah. We're the final generation. But I want you to think about this. If we're the final generation, we're 2021. What does that mean? It means the Antichrist is alive and well on the earth right now. I mean, you thought about that. Yeah. When he takes over, he'll be in his 40s or 50s. He's a military genius. He's a financial genius. I started dwelling on this and I was thinking, you know what? I bet you 10 to 1 the Antichrist has already been in the United States. He was probably educated at Harvard or Yale or Stanford or one of our prestigious universities like University of Arkansas. That's right. Why? Because he's not a baby now. Right now, he's in his 30s or 40s. And he's on the earth right now. But he cannot be revealed until after the rapture. Because it's the Christians, the true Christians, that don't allow his work to be done. We are the one that's holding it back. We are restraining him. But once the Christians have been raptured, it clears the way for him to step into his position. And sin and iniquity will abound unlike any other time on earth, except maybe right before the flood. You know, I really believe this. I believe that the Antichrist will institute Sharia law, but he won't institute it until the second half of the tribulation. He's going to make sure that he solidifies his power. He will not commit the abomination of desolation until the middle of the tribulation. The first half of the tribulation, the Antichrist is going to be solidifying his power. But let me tell you something. At the middle of the tribulation, when he commits the abomination of desolation, you're going to see something take place. And that's Sharia law. But that first half of the tribulation, when he's allowing and he's solidifying his power, he's going to allow everything to take place. Oh yeah. The fourth thing that Jesus mentioned that's going to happen during the first half of the tribulation goes right along with the third. According to Jesus, sin and lawlessness will be so rampant that most people are going to give into it. But those who don't give into it and endure to the end will be saved. Look at verses 12 and 13 again. Sin will be rampant everywhere and the love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. Now, the word endure is translated from the Greek word hupomeno. And it literally means in this context to remain steadfast. So let me tell you what's going to take place. Those who miss the rapture but they know about Jesus Christ and repent, they're going to become Christians. But let me tell you, it's going to be so hard in the first 3.5 years because sin is going to be rampant and persecution will begin against the Christians because they're bigots. So what verses 12 and 13 are saying is this. Sin and lawlessness will be rampant in most people. They'll give into it. But those who refuse to give into it and remain steadfast in their faith and continue to confess Jesus as the Lord will be saved. Those who give up and give in will be